Okay, this is the next part of my favourite albums of all time videos, and this is the 80s Electronica special. And first up are two albums by Gary Numan, Replicas and The Pleasure Principle, both of which are the albums that basically made his name as a major artist. Replicas, which is credited to Tubeway Army, which was his band name at the time, dropped very quickly once he made it big, is absolutely the definitive early Gary Numan album. It's brilliant front cover there with him dressed in black, sort of gazing out of the window. The park there, which is from the song Down in the Park. It's an excellent album, lots of sci-fi themes going on with this album. It's got Our Friends Electric, the breakthrough single on it. It's got I Nearly Married a Human and When the Machines Rock, the two instrumentals at the end. And it's got Down in the Park, it's got Me I Disconnect From You. It's stark electronic. It's the first album he did that really put synthesizers to the fore of what he was doing. And for me, it's still the best album Gary Numan ever made, even though it's one of the early ones. The Pleasure Principle stripped out even more of the kind of guitars and other instruments, and it's even more synthesizer based than Replicas, and it's got Cars on it, which is probably his most famous song. And together with Replicas, it's absolutely essential. This compilation, Numan, which came out in 1982, is one I remember in particular very fondly. We used to listen to this a lot in the sixth form common room when I was there with my mate Howard Abbott's, and absolutely this compilation, which is based on all the albums up to I Assassin, the 1982 album, is a compilation that's very close to my heart. But that's an excellent compilation. What else have we got here? Oh yes, John Foxx, Metamatic. John Foxx was the original lead vocalist in Ultravox before he left and Migiot took over. But this album was his first post-Ultravox album, and it's completely starkly electronica based. It's got Underpass on it, Blurred Girl, He's a Liquid. It's at a time when Foxx and Numan were clearly influencing each other. Gary Numan has said that he was very influenced by the last John Foxx Ultravox album, Systems of Romance. And it's clear to me that John Foxx, with this album, was influenced by Gary Numan albums like The Pleasure Principle. They're bouncing off each other. Even the covers, with them kind of pointing at sort of strange, futuristic-looking objects, are reminiscent of each other. But if you haven't heard Metamatic, it's definitely well worth listening to. If you like early Gary Numan, then you'll love John Foxx Metamatic. On the subject of Ultravox, Quartet, Ultravox 1982. This is my favourite Ultravox album. A lot of people will probably go with Vienna or Rage in Eden, but Quartet for me, which is produced by George Martin, is actually my favourite. It's got Reap the Wild Wind on it, Serenade, Hymn, which was a single, and my favourite Ultravox song, which is called Mine for Life, which is also on here. And I don't think it has really a weak song on it. When the scream subsides, We Came to Dance. They're all excellent songs. So if you haven't heard this one, I think this is the best album that the Ultravox made. Mid-Your Ultravox, Quartet. Then we have Kraftwerk, The Man Machine. This is the one with The Model on it, which of course was a big hit single in the UK. But The Man Machine is an album which to me is the best album they ever made. I think it's late 70s, although The Model was a hit in the early 80s, so it was a hit after this album by a few years. But it's an excellent kind of sci-fi futuristic album. It's got the robots on it and Space Lab, and I prefer this to the likes of Trans Europe Express and Autobahn. I think this is this is my favourite Kraftwerk album. Then we've got an album that's very precious to a lot of people, The Age of Consent, Bronski Beat, 1984. This is the first Bronski Beat album, the one with Jimmy Somerville on lead vocals. And it's an absolutely fantastic album. Obviously, it's an album that has a lot of songs in it to do with LGBT gay rights issues, hence the title, The Age of Consent. But it's got Why on it, which is a powerful protest song. It's got Small Town Boy, the famous single, Ain't Necessarily So, I Feel Love, and it's absolutely brilliant album from 1984. Then I've got Soft Cell, The Art of Falling Apart. This is the second Soft Cell album, not the first one, Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret. I think this one is actually better. It's got less famous songs on it, less famous singles on it, but it's got Numbers, it's got Kitchen Sink Drama, The Art of Falling Apart. It's a brilliant album. The lyrics are obviously about kind of kitchen sink dramas, as the song title says, a lot of them. But it is absolutely Almond and Ball at their best. Then, oh yes, the first Depeche Mode album here, which is called Speak and Spell, the one with Vince Clarke on it. Vince Clarke was originally a member of Depeche Mode before he then founded Yazoo with Alison Moyet, and then went on to Erasure, where he is still a member of Erasure with Andy Bell. But this is the first Depeche Mode album, and it's very synthesizer driven. It's got new life on it, Just Can't Get Enough, which they still play live. But it's packed full of excellent Vince Clarke songs. And if you like electronic music and you like Vince Clarke, this is the Depeche Mode album to get. This is the first one with Vince on it. Another brilliant early Depeche Mode album, which I would definitely recommend, is this one, Some Great Reward. This was about 1984. They kind of lost it a bit after Vince left, but by the time of this album, they kind of really found a new creative peak, with Martin Gore writing the songs. And this one's got Master and Servant on it, Blasphemous Rumours, which is the last song on the album, and People Are People, So Why Should It Be is on here as well. So this is where they really found their peak, which then continued with albums like Black Celebration and Music for the Masses, and finished, obviously their peak period finished with, I think, Violator. But this is an absolutely brilliant Depeche Mode album.